Hi everyone, this is Marjorie and welcome to my channel. Today I am participating in a So You Think You Can Craft challenge. And it's a monthly challenge that is hosted by Melissa from Melissa Makes It DIY. And today's craft items is the Dollar Tree wood pieces. So here I've got two of the Halloween Beware signs, and I've got some of these ends of paint sticks that I've kind of just cut off of different things for other projects, and I save them just so I can use them for this purpose. They're pretty thick and strong, so they hold up really nice. And so I'm just gluing them to attach both of the signs together and to give it a pretty good hold. Now you can also cover this with brown paper or whatever it is you want to cover it up in the bag. I think I'm going to do that, but I just don't show it. I didn't do it here, so I think I'll probably go back and do that just to cover it up. Now, as you could tell, I painted it with some acrylic black paint from Apple Barrel, and then I had this Let It Snow wood sign from the Dollar Tree that I painted white, and then I used a black paint marker and made the little stitching marks all around it. So here I've got this little like 1-inch ribbon from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to make a small little bow that I'm also using some paddle wire, just wrapping it around there to hold it. And then I'm going to cut off the ends of the wire, push it down, and then what I'll do is I'll cut that big circle in half, and that will be the tails. So I'm gonna glue it right there in the middle of the top of the T where that hole is, just so I can cover it. And then what the bow will also do is cover up a couple of the holes on the top of the sign, so that's why I didn't put any putty or anything in it. I knew they wouldn't really be seen. So then what I'll do is I'll use my hot glue and glue it down to the sign at the very top. Now I do put it pretty close to the top, just so I can have quite a bit of room left to do the rest of the sign. But I do make sure that I leave the two holes in the signs on the very ends open, because I will be using those. I will create a hanger so I can hang this piece. So there was a piece of the wood that was coming off, and I thought I could use some hot glue and get it to glue together, but it came off anyways. So here I am just gluing it back on there. So then what I do off camera is I trace out, or I just draw out a little snowman sitting on a on some snow, and I'm taking my Waverly chalk paint in white, and I do end up giving it a couple of good coats. You don't have to be really nice and neat. This doesn't have to be perfect. And mine definitely is not perfect. So, but I do give it 2 coats of paint, and you still see a little bit of the streaking from the black, but that was fine with me because, again, I wasn't really trying to go for the perfect look, and so it turned out really nice in the way that I like it. So here I have some, these were the Snowflake Ornaments from Walmart, and I took some of them that I just cut in half and took some pieces off just so I can make the snowflakes on the edges. And I glue all the snowflakes down with some hot glue. Be sure to be careful when you do this. I did have my temperature on low, and it worked just well. It didn't melt the ornaments or anything like that. So once I have that done, all glued down, I take one of these candy canes from this 2-pack ornament set from the Dollar Tree, and I just cut the ribbon off, and then I'm trying to pull out the little hanger that the ribbon was on, and I do that, but it left kind of a little bit bigger of a hole than I was hoping for. So I just fill it with a little bit of hot glue. I'll let it dry, and then you'll see here in just a second that I do end up dabbing it with some white paint. So I take my hot glue and I glue down my little candy cane. And here I am just about to do that little touch-up paint. And then, excuse me. And then what I'm about to do is take my black paint pen. I think I got this one from Walmart. And I just draw little arms and his little smiley face. And then I have an orange chalk marker that I'm using. And I thought it would be a little bit darker, but it wasn't. But it was okay. It was good enough for me. So I just create the nose, and then I thought it would be cute to go back and use the black marker to just kind of highlight the edges to make the nose stick out a little bit more. So there I was going to put some eyes on it and thought, nope. So on to DIY number 2. I have these 2 gingerbread men, and I'm not going to show you what I did to both because it was really the same concept of doing both of them. So here all I'm doing is painting the bow tie white, and then I'm going to paint some pants on them. So I'm going to make that white, and then I'm going to paint the buttons white and some of the edges as you see here. So then I had some of the apple barrel nutmeg brown, and I used that to paint his feet, his hands, and his head. Now I've got some Mod Podge, and I'm trying to put a good layer of Mod Podge on there. And then I've got this the tissue paper from Walmart, and I thought it was so cute. So I decided to just kind of decoupage some of that on there. Now I haven't used tissue paper in a long time to do this type. I've really been just using cardstock or scrapbooking paper, and I forgot how much it wrinkles up, and I really hate wrinkles. But it ended up not being too bad. It was okay. And then I'm just going to Mod Podge a little piece onto his bow. And then I'm just putting another layer of Mod Podge on the top. And then I'll let it dry for a little bit and cut it out. Now I didn't show you that I painted a red shirt on him just to make him complete. And now with some red puffy paint from Walmart, I am drawing some earmuffs in. And I just thought it was such a cute idea to have some earmuffs on him. Once I'm done with the earmuffs, I take my white puffy paint and I just, go over the edges of his hands and his feet. And then I'll draw in his face and a little bit of hair for him. And then I also go back and outline his shirt and then kind of where his belt is. So please don't do what I did. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was going to wipe my finger, and then I didn't notice that my finger was that close, so I accidentally wiped the red puffy paint off, and so I just had to take it all off and I just fixed it, put some more back on there. But here's his little hair, and then like I said, I'm going to go back and outline his clothes and right in between where his shirt and his pants meet, I'm going to put a pretty thick layer of the puffy paint on there to make it kind of look like it's a belt. And then I will draw out some pockets as well. Now I do the same thing or similar thing to the other gingerbread man, but I actually use some black and white cardstock for his pants and bow tie, and then I use black paint for his shirt. And this little guy, he does not get any earmuffs. You made him just a little bit different, but they both turned out really cute. So here is the final review. I hope you guys like it. I'm thinking about adding both or one of these gingerbread men to a wreath. I'm not quite sure yet. But I do want to say thank you for stopping by. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. And I hope you guys have a very blessed weekend.